Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Mindless One Build-A-Figure Wave Game Reverse Midnight Suns Iron Man. And I don't normally collect Game Reverse figures or MCU type stuff, basically just the comic stuff. But I'm an Iron Man guy. Second to X-Men is Iron Man for me, and I like Iron Man, so I figured I'd get it. And I wanted to review it for you guys. Now, I was told that it's just a repaint, and it does seem vaguely familiar to me, but I cannot find in my library of reviews a figure that uses this mold. So if anybody knows offhand if it is a repaint and what it's a repaint of, let me know. It does appear to be a movie figure or another game figure. I wonder if it's the other Gamerverse one that came out a while ago. I don't know, I can't remember. Couldn't find it, but let me know. Alright, so this figure has some cool things about it, but otherwise it's kind of garbage, but maybe you will still like it. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Okay, before we look at the figure, let's take a quick look at my package. It is the Gamerverse packaging. It's okay. I don't think Gamerverse was a great idea, just as a name. It's so cheesy and cringy. Gamerverse. Gameverse. Gamerverse is here. We're the gamers. Right? Gamerverse. So real world. Because it's the verse that the gamers are. Anyway, Midnight Suns logo. There's the artwork for Iron Man. Very glowy chest. Keep in mind, very glowy eyes, very glowy chest, and also glowy symbols around his reactor. Alright? Gold and black pattern. Glowy. Keep that in mind. Oh, there it is again. It's glowy. Also, I'd like to just note, you see this? The pattern that's in his armor. It's like, oops. It's like all the way, it's everywhere. It's on all the gold parts. Or at least all the ones showing here, alright? I didn't play the game, so I don't know beyond this, but they provided this, so thank you to them for that. Alright, let's look at the figure and see what we can see. Alright, this guy stands, let go, Darwin! This guy stands roughly 17.5 centimeters. That's gonna be roughly, let's call it 6 3/4 inches. Here he is up against Darwin, the ruler thief. Why do they look like they're about to... He's a little bit taller. Okay, so like I said, I don't know if it's a repaint or not, so I'm just going to do the review as if you haven't seen this mold before. We'll start with the aesthetic. But first question of the day. Are you like me? Do you mix in MCU and Gamer Reverse and everything else with your Iron Man collection because they're Iron Man armors and you can easily do that? That's what I do. Alright, here we go. Black and gold. I like the look. And for the most part, Hasbro nails metallics. And this gold, in a lot of places, is fairly well nailed. I'm going to start using that saying. It's fairly well nailed. So the gold paneling is mostly pretty good. You can see it's a little iffy in some places. There's a little bit of black poking through here and there, but it's mostly solid. It's good enough, that's for sure. I would say I'm pleased with that gold. The black looks plasticky as usual, but it's just black, so whatever. The face, I feel like they're missing a little bit of shape to his head. It's very square. There's no thickness over here by the ears at all. But it looks okay, I guess. The eyes kind of look glowy. They're a different color. They're that orangey yellow, so that's something. It's better than just being gold. The pattern on the face, it's there. It could be better, but at this scale for this price point, I think that's perfectly fine. It's also right here on the chest. Looks even better on the chest by a lot. But that's it. They don't have it anywhere else. So, I mean, it kind of conveys the idea, but I wish a little bit more was done. And then we have the chest, where the arc reactor doesn't look glowy at all. It doesn't have that extra orange bit to it that the eyes have. So it just looks like it's painted white, or at least yellowish white. And then the symbols around it are just gold, and very poorly done. So it looks pretty half-assed. It's not bad, but the details around the chest and the eyes are not great. If it was just the eyes the way they are, perfectly fine, but the chest looks so lame. It doesn't look glowy at all. Okay, and then the other thing I have to note is this guy's proportioning isn't terrible. It's not bad at all, except for the head. It's way too high. Iron Man's head cannot be that high. Your head cannot be that far from your shoulders. I mean, I guess if you're built really, really weird and unlike Tony Stark is ever made to look, but he's wearing armor, so his shoulders are down from where you're looking, and he's wearing armor, so his head is up slightly from where you're looking. He's a friggin' giraffe. So But yeah, I'll Photoshop that for you guys. I'll show you. It would look better. All you have to do is drop the head a little bit. And yeah, I get the shoulders look weird and the chest is still too narrow, but just dropping the head would make a big difference. But yeah, it looks okay, like little flourishes like this. I'm glad they did that. It makes it look decent. I think this, whatever you call it, is good enough. Like, it's good, but I wish there was a little more, but it's good enough. I'll take it. But the chest is janky, really, really janky. I'll give this guy a 7. It's perfectly acceptable for an aesthetic. The gold paint is nice. Just a little bit more care. If this had a little bit of that glowy nature to it, that would have been plenty, but they didn't. All right, now as far as accessories go, hold your socks on. I'm gonna use that. That's a new phrase. His arms look a little long, or maybe his legs look short. I don't know, something's up. Anyway, okay, so he doesn't have anything really. He has the 2 fist hands that come on him in the package. Then he gets the 2 repulsor blast hands with holes in them for the repulsor blasts, which are not painted or anything. So it's like the most bare minimum accessories for an Iron Man figure. 3 out of 10. It's the same things we've seen a million times, so I'm not giving him extra points. That's it. At least throw some paint on him or something. Make a new blast once in a while, Hasbro. Alright, on to the articulation. This guy, with his little peanut head on top of his long neck, it better be able to look straight freaking up. Let's see. Pretty damn close. That's fine. Alright, good. He can fly. He can look up. He can look down. He can look all around. No, he can look side to side and no real leanage. Because Hasbro still hasn't figured out necks. It's very difficult, I'm being sarcastic, to do necks, and Hasbro hasn't figured it out yet. Shoulder pads, I do remember these, I think. Anyway, you get your full rotation, and then bringing the arm up, let's see. They do lift some, not much. That's it. That's as far as you're raising that arm. So basically none. Forget that. All right. Bicep swivel is in there. I do remember this. What? It has to be an MCU body, right? Other than the chest? That's what it seems like. Anyway, okay, let's get back to it. And it's pinned, so it's gotta be older. I can't remember what it is. These look very familiar. Elbow joints are in there. Can we get better range? Yeah, it's okay. If you do this joint first, you get a little bit better range. It's fine. Wrists have a swivel and a hinge. Ab crunch on this guy goes all the way back, so this guy can fly very easily. That's pretty good, I guess. It's a bit exaggerated, but hey, I'll take it. Going forward, almost no range at all. There, you know what? I'm gonna start posing all my figures like this. Head back, chest forward. Oh man, I don't know why that made me laugh just now. Filming late at night tonight, so maybe that's why. But yeah, it doesn't go forward for crap, even though it could easily, and it goes back pretty far. I don't know, at least they kind of smoothed it out and it doesn't look as bad as they usually do, so I'll give it to them. Alright, waist twist is a waist twist. Hips on this guy, about 45, maybe a little bit more, but not much. Going forward, not that far. Going back, basically none. Thigh swivel is a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees are okay. He does need a little bit more length in his thigh. A little bit more meat and length right here would make the figure look a lot better. But the knees are relatively functional. Feet go all the way back. That's good. Not that far forward, and there's no way you're getting it over that shin guard. So very little range going forward. Ankle rocker is steep and limited. So pretty crap articulation. Yeah, this guy is a Hall of Armor figure for sure. Unless you're really into like Midnight Suns or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called, right? Where's the box? Yes, it is called that. Okay, so articulation on this guy, he's gonna get a 4. It's not good. It is not good. All right, and now it's time for the final verdict on this release. It is another Iron Man that it's halfway done really well and halfway done very poorly. So, I don't know. Doesn't pose very well. The accessories are lazy. Paint job's good enough. I'm gonna give it a 7. It's Hasbro through and through. Some things, don't get me wrong, some things there's a glimmer of hope that Hasbro gave a crap. Like, it looks good in a few spots for sure. And I think it'll look good enough from a distance that you guys will be okay with it. If you think it looks cool, go ahead and grab it. But don't expect it to knock your socks off. You're gonna have to hold those on because there's just not that much here to really be excited about. So yeah. Not a great release. Alright guys, there it is. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.